Another day, another dollar. Set up this camera right quick, man. 1 second. Got this little Q&A going on, man. Where's the video at? Oh, there's the video. How y'all doing today? Yeah, okay. Thursday. August 21st. August 21st, Thursday. I'm pretty sure Amazon will be here doing this live feed. I'm waiting on some stuff to come through Amazon. They always show up when I come outside to do these videos. If Amazon don't show up, then a subscriber or something will go by. It's already 1:15. Well, I've been busy all day long. I just got to the house. Okay, Q&A, trucking Q&A. You guys got questions? I may or may not have the answer. Let's see how they go. But meanwhile, while you guys are coming in, Hernandez over there in Memphis, Tennessee, got found not guilty. They gonna let him out in them Memphis streets. Go back over there in Orange Mound. A lot of fireworks. You got to be careful out there for the next 30 days. A lot of fireworks going to be happening over there in that area. So just be careful if you're in Memphis, Tennessee. You don't want to be around that guy. You don't want to be around him. But, college. I got, what the lady tell me, August 25th? Let me check this calendar right quick. So many messages. Yeah, August 25th, that's Monday. Monday is the last day to register for classes up here at the school. Of course, I can only do online classes, which I did go and look to see how many seats are available in two of the classes. I only plan to enroll in like two classes online, and it's only 3 seats in both of them out of 25 people that can be in the class. But I'm kind of in between going to Nashville Tech or Nashville Community College and WGU. I had talked to, well, one of y'all sent me a message. I'm gonna have to go back and find that message. And that's gonna be hard to find, but I'll try to find it throughout this video. But I'm in between WGU, going straight for the bachelor's degree in cybersecurity, or getting the associate's degree at Nashville Community College, which that's going to take a year. If I go to community college, it's going to take a year. If I do the bachelor's route, it could take a year too. Both of them is a year, and obviously the bachelor's degree is going to hold more weight than the associate's degree. And the bachelor's degree, both of them cost the same price, so it's kind of not worth it for me to enroll in Nashville Community College. Both of them is online anyway. I mean, they got in-person classes too, but I can only do online. So one of y'all had asked me, "Hey Andrew," it said something along these lines. If you got 1,000,000+ miles in trucking, you've been in this game 10+ years, and for whatever reason you can't pass the medical exam no more due to health issues, what's the next best thing to make $100,000 outside of trucking? Well, working 40 hours or less. Everything that I see making $100,000 or more dollars or close to it, working 40 hours or less, everything I see requires some sort of a degree, mainly a bachelor's degree. Uh, Without a degree, I have no idea. I have no idea. Without a degree, you can get up to about, on 40 hours, about $50,000. Obviously, that's still but you say outside of trucking. Outside of trucking, I have no idea. I have no idea. Even if you did some trade work, 40 hours or less, I don't have the answers for that. I'm just trying to for myself, I'm just trying to put myself in position in the future so that I can pivot outside of trucking. That's why I'm trying to take my trucking money now and perhaps invest in a degree. Now I understand degrees are worthless. People going to school right now ain't got no job, all that. That ain't got nothing to do with me because obviously I got my own business. So whether a degree work or not in the future, guys, I got a trucking business. I drive trucks. I already know how to make 100K driving a truck. I'm trying to figure out how to do it outside of trucking. And while I'm doing it in trucking, take some of this trucking money and invest it outside. Let me see if the comments are working. Okay, there we go. Bro, you could take 4 to 5K gross in city with savings 3K after fuel in a week. I don't know what you mean. You have to. I'm not sure what you're trying to say, bro. Would you take 4 to 5K gross working inside the city with savings 3K after fuel? And you gotta rephrase the question. I'm not sure what you're asking. Rephrase the question. So the oil field called right before this video, and the lady had me scheduled for a drug test, and I didn't know it. I didn't know it. I didn't plan to take no drug test. I said, well, wait a minute, hold on. I ain't. Nah. She thought I was ready. She thought when I threw the application in, I was already down there in the oil field looking for a job or something. Nah, I told the lady, nah, it's gonna be, maybe beginning of September or something. But they said they had to cancel the drug test and, they'll reschedule it for September if I go down there. But they did say they'll take out my trucks, and like I said, it's a company that I already worked with, and I already showed y'all the settlements. And the company is WTS. If anybody cares to know, I already showed y'all the settlements. Because I know that trucking company, I don't mind going down there to lease on with them and see if I can make the same thing. And if I can't, then obviously I'll book a load back to the house and continue doing what it is that I'm doing. But I got plenty of time to go down there and see. Go down there and see. My minimum is 3,500 a week to do anything outside of this Nashville, Tennessee area. That's my minimum, man. But if I can go down there and rack up $5,000 a week, oh, okay. Why not? Why not go down there and see if that's the case? I don't know if that's gonna be the case though, because a lot of people are suffering in the oil field. A lot of people suffering in general in trucking. A lot of people suffering. A lot of people looking for a way out. Some people, they go try to find something outside of trucking. Give it a couple of years, they end up right back in this industry. And my opinion, the only way out, truly out of this industry, is if you find another $100,000 job outside of trucking. And like I said, in order to get $100,000 job, if you talk about W-2 employment, is like from what I see is gonna require a degree. If you talk about 1099 making 100K outside of this, that requires you to have some type of business. Now, if you can do that, it's a lot of businesses you can open and make that 100K plus. Barber shop or nail salon or just the average businesses you see around here, corner store, half store. But all that stuff still requires an investment in the beginning. You got to take the trucking money and invest in that stuff to get it going, so that you can park the truck and go do that. Like for example, it was a fleet owner. He had a right here on Dickinson Road, no, Trinity Lane. On Trinity Lane, he used to park his 3 trucks in front of his what is that place where you go and wash clothes? Place where laundromat. He had a laundromat right here on Dickinson Road. Is it Dickinson Road? No, that's Dickinson Road, not Trinity Lane. He always parked his 3 trucks in front of his laundromat, and he making a killing. He had the laundromat and he had the trucking company. So that's somebody that took the trucking money, and I guess he just leased the building, bought a bunch of wash machines and dryers, and he started making money that way. So that's one way you could make 100K outside of the trucking industry. But like I said, you still got to take the trucking money and invest. That's what I'm trying to do now. How can I take this trucking money and invest it outside of trucking? Now if he was asking me how to make 100K inside of trucking, well, that's easy. You got a whole lot of options to do that. You got a whole lot. You got W-2 jobs all over the place that you can make 100K in trucking. I can get call a company up there in North Dakota. You can go up there and make 100K easy. They paying their drivers almost 180 just to haul water. You want to make 180? They got to drive 18 speed and deal with that winter. But other than that, the problem with trucking is even though you can get these $100,000 jobs and all this stuff, driving a truck itself is not it's not fun. You know, it's not entertaining. You know, you ain't got nobody to talk to. It's not something that the only way to be fun is if it's your truck. If it's your truck, it's still some level of fun to it. But when you driving somebody else's truck, you ain't got no sleeper, so you can't pull over and nap, or they got all these cameras in your face and things like that. It's just not. It's not fun anymore. It's not like what it used to be back, you know, a couple of years back before all this stuff came about. Let's see if I got. Okay, wait a minute. Now I can see all the comments. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's not what it used to be back in the day. So although we can get $100,000 a year job, like for example here in Nashville, you can go over to the food service companies. I had just talked to a food service driver like 2 weeks ago. Cisco, he worked at Cisco. He in that well, he quit now, but he was working at Cisco for like a year and 6 months. The problem with Cisco, that's not a job you finna be able to do for the next 30 years. Not because they ain't got the work. Mr. Charlie most definitely ain't finna fire you over there because it's extremely difficult to get workers over there. They always hiring. The problem is it's such a difficult job. It's so taxing on the body that nobody wants to stay over there. You're not gonna build no career at Cisco. I don't care what they paying, 120, 130, 180. Man, you don't want to go over there and do food service for the next 30 years. Don't care what they paying. So I said food service is not the way. It ain't the way. Whether they paying 100,000, 200,000, that's one of them jobs you got to take what money you can, and man, you got to invest that money quick. You got to invest that quick. Like I can go right up here to Cisco get hired today, but I understand what come with that because I used to do food service here in Nashville. Shoot, I used to work over at Cardinal Logistics, AWS, where a grocery store. Shoot, unloading the trailer and all that, bro. I done went through that before. I know not to go get 30 years to that. I don't care what these YouTubers talking about. Hey, well, Andrew, we do food service and that's wonderful. That ain't no way to live, if you ask me. That ain't no way to live. You most definitely don't want to try to raise a family on no food service. Now, if you solo, or maybe you just got a girl with you and maybe y'all married and that's it. You ain't got no kids or nothing to raise, man. You ain't trying to raise no kids on no food service. Difficult job. Making life hard. You going through life on legendary mode. Shoot. It's a lot of other people outside of trucking that's got their own business. They just got it way easier than a truck driver. There's people out here cutting grass making $100,000. They got it easy. They got their own schedule. They talk to their clients. They collect cash, or they get paid, right after the cut through electronic payment. Cutting grass, maybe you got to sweat a little bit while you're on your zero turn. People constantly call you, money constantly coming in, home every day, work whatever days you want. They making 100K doing it. They making what a truck driver making. And they able to pay they freaking pickup note and everything they got associated with it. So it's a lot of jobs. It's easy. We just gotta figure out how to get to it. But all of it requires you to invest in order to start it. Like the lawnmower business. Okay, you need a commercial lawnmower. Commercial zero turn, $15,000. You ain't gonna get that working at McDonald's. But you can get that driving a truck, saving it up, but with trucking, the same way that a zero turn costs $15,000 is the same way truck drivers are trying to save to get $15,000 for a semi truck. Both of them is hard to do. Lottie Dottie couldn't do this one. It's a lot of people ain't gonna be able to save up their $15,000 to get a truck, so they just make excuses on, why the lease truck is 30 times better. even though we know it ain't. So all of it requires, sacrifice. You don't have to sacrifice. Gotta sacrifice to try to make it work. That's why I don't just waste time in a truck. Because the thing about trucking, well, you'll go up and down this road. I'm talking about you'll be the hardest worker. I'm talking about the absolute hardest worker. You guy out here putting 200,000 miles down a year. If you ain't got no goals, or you ain't got nothing to invest in, after you get done driving 10, 20 years, some kind of way, your bank account will still be what it was on day one. Even though, you're making $200,000 a year, the money was coming in. It's a couple of people that'll take it. Obviously, the women, that's number one. The women, number two is the drugs. Number three is the car dealerships, because, start making that kind of money. I hear from owner operators right now, they got 4, 5 cars sitting at the house. Okay, that's wonderful. All them cars depreciate though, so how much of the cars? Were you spending $50,000 a car? So you turning 50,000 into what, 10 over the course of 4 years? Money going down the drain. Far down the drain. It'd be different if they were talking about, they were buying houses. At least if you pay 50,000 on the house, 5, 10 years from now, the house still gonna be worth 50. You put 50 on that freaking scat pad and that Hellcat, your money, your depreciation. You're gonna learn the hard way. Money just going down the drain. So, but it's fun. It used to be fun. It's fun if it's your authority, your truck. Then it becomes fun to drive a truck. If you still, like it. Calling shippers up every day, brokers up, DAT lowable, however you get your freight, and negotiating how much money they got to pay you. That's fun. That's fun. All that stuff is fun. But a lot of people ain't on that level. What's not fun is when you gotta go work for a make carrier as a company driver. That ain't fun at all. Unless you just got your CDL. Now when you got your CDL in the first 2 years, all that stuff is fun. But me, 10 years, going to work at Prime Meat, night transportation, CRST, all that, for I don't know what they pay, 30 cents, 40, 50 cents a mile, ain't none of that fun. Ain't nothing fun about that. Ain't nothing fun about that at all. Shoot. Hey man. You don't want to have to get in the position where you got to go back to doing something like that. Nothing fun about that. We wasted too much of our beginning years in trucking working for cheap, working for the low. When I first got into trucking, I was making 38 cents a mile. Casanova had his own fleet, trucks, trailers, I'm talking about old reefers, old trucks. He didn't pay no more than 15,000 for a truck, and at the time he wasn't paying nothing about $5,000 to $8,000 for reefer trailers. Giving me the game for free and not the fee. And I watched all that stuff work for him. But nowadays, what they preaching ain't no going to get a reefer for no $5,000, $8,000. Now you go get a reefer, $200,000 for a reefer. Now you get a truck, $200,000 for a truck. Well, Andrew, how you gonna grow a fleet if you paying $200 for a truck and $200 for a trailer? You're not gonna grow a fleet. You're not gonna grow anything. You're gonna be stuck solo. You can't grow a fleet. That's too much money, and all that 400,000 is just depreciating. Ain't nobody gonna pay. You ain't gonna be able to sell none of that to no other truck driver. Could you imagine trying to sell $400,000 worth of equipment to me or anybody else to drive a truck with a CDL? It's not gonna happen. Yeah, I tell you how good it looked, man. Shoot, I wish I hit it. Yeah, I wish I was driving something that clean. How much you pay? 400,000? Shit, I ain't paying that. Who paying that? Who paying that? Who's paying that? How we gonna grow? How we gonna grow up to 10 trucks if we paying $400,000 per truck and trailer, or 200 each? We ain't. Bank ain't gonna let you borrow that. They gonna be asking you the same question. Wait a minute, why are you trying to get a reefer trailer for $200,000? You trying to explain to them how you finna do these multi-temp runs and this, that, and the third? No, you don't think we want to invest in that. But I tell you what, if you want to take $200,000 and get your investment house or something, we can definitely put that on the books. But you try to do a reefer trailer? No, because we got Mr. Charlie coming in here. And Mr. Charlie get his reefer trailers for 50,000. And we done bought about 100 of his reefer trailers, and you talking about one trailer costs 4 years. Nah, we don't want to invest in that. All right, anyways, I'm just talking stuff, man. Don't mind me. You can hire drivers for your truck and make money, or bring owner operators. All you need is to hire a dispatcher who can dispatch good loads. That's easy. Hey, Andrew, two companies in Nashville, MBI. I seen MBI. I see MBI a lot hauling up to the landfills. Um, they probably pay about 1,500 a week. You know, you obviously gonna be smelling trash all day. Local gig. I don't. I imagine trash is pretty easy. I don't even think you do too much with the trash. I think that's just like fuel hauling. It's just driving. I think I never actually seen how that trash stuff worked. Atomic Transport got contracts with Waste Management in Republic. They haul trash in cubes and open tops to the landfills. Pay depends on the route. 1,600 to 2K a week depending on the route. When do you ever drive, or you just living off YouTube money? When do I ever drive a truck? Man, that's a good question. So there's 24 hours in a day, and it says I've been on here 21 minutes. So that means 23 hours out of the day I could potentially be driving a truck. But do I live off YouTube money? That would be nice. That would be nice. YouTube pays a lot of people a lot of money. There are people that make it way more money and able to live off YouTube. I just ain't one of them. Maybe one day. Hold on, somebody calling. Let me see what's going on. What's a good insurance company for first year authority? Okay, I thought the phone froze up. What's a good insurance company for first year authority? I got a truck and trailer with 18 years of experience. You got to go and pay $300 to get a DOT number, get your authority. Pay the $300 to the FMCSA, fill out the paperwork online. Then you need to find you an insurance broker to call and get you some insurance quotes, and that'll tell you, how much it'll cost. But make sure you don't pay nothing above $20,000. That should be the top. And 20 should really be if you got something on your MVR, or you got one of these brand new trucks and trailers and all that. But I just talked to somebody in my comments. He said he trying to get away from trucking because they gave him a $3,000 a month quote, and he feel like insurance is too high. And I don't know why people taking the very first quote they get, but it most definitely, guys, it does not cost $3,000 a month to haul general freight. I don't know why y'all think about insurance. This is what I like about insurance game. If you're willing to pay, they're gonna sell it to you. If you overvalue your truck, let's say you got a $2,000 car. Let's do cars for example. Let's say your car $2,000. You got a Honda Civic or something. You can tell insurance all day long it costs $50,000, and they're gonna sell you the policy for $50,000, and you gonna pay all them big premiums monthly. And guess what? When you crash, they're only gonna pay you about $2,000. All right, let me see. So yeah, with insurance, make sure you get quotes. Find you an insurance broker. Somebody said it's OIDA good. I don't recommend OIDA, but You can always go and get quota bound. They not good if you trying to build a fleet up, put some owner operators on anything like that. They ain't gonna be no good. But you know, find your insurance broker. That's all you gotta do. Just find multiple ones. Okay. But back to the insurance. You can have a Honda Civic, cost you $2,000. Go to insurance. What's the value of it? You tell them 50,000. Because a lot of people do this with semi trucks. You try to overvalue the truck. When you crash and total the truck, and the licensed insurance adjuster like me come out, first thing I'm gonna do is go see how much the truck is actually worth. Look on Facebook Marketplace. Look at recent auction results. You may have said it was 50,000. Yep, but the replacement value is about 20,000. They're not gonna give you the difference back either. You're not getting a refund. You just overpaid for it. You just overpaid for it. So, I mean, if you want to pay $3,000 a month to haul drive-in freight, they'll sell it to you, and you'll pay $3,000 a month. And when you finally come around somebody like Andrew and tell me, hey Andrew, I'm paying $3,000 a month to haul general freight, I'm looking at you like you're crazy. I'm like, you paying what? $3,000? I mean, what kind of truck you got? I got an old truck just like you and an old trailer. Who sold you this $3,000 a month policy? Well, I went over here to well, actually, I just went directly on the website and I put my info in, and they just asked me, hey, and I paid 60,000 a year. And I mean, I just said yeah. Oh, okay, well, as long as you like it, then as long as you like it, I ain't got no problem with it. 15K good enough to have in the bank with a cash truck. Yeah, 15,000 is fine. What up, Andrew? Mike in the building. Would you ever drive or just? Oh, I already read this. Somebody want to know if I'm living off YouTube. Living off YouTube. Let me see. I think he's asking that. What he really want to know is, why am I not an OTR driver? Out here pushing 100 to 200,000 miles with my cash truck. It's because I got my own authority, and I don't have to go out here and push 100 to 200,000. I'm not a lease driver, guys. I don't lease a truck. I'm not a company driver. I stopped doing OTR back in 2016. We all the way in 2025. It's been 9 years since I've done OTR work. I know you don't realize it's been 9 years, but that's why. Well, actually, I did some OTR when I went to the Russians for about a month and a half. So, maybe that was last year, I think. Was it last year or this year? No, it was this year. Earlier this year. Matter of fact, yesterday I just had a loaded drive-in trailer. It didn't go OTR though, but I took a loaded drive-in trailer. See, one thing I like about having your authority, I ain't got to tell nobody what it is that I do. Some people figured it out. They said, hey, one person came on here and said I had a contract with Fleet Equipment. Somebody ran their mouth too much. Oh, okay. I like direct contracts. Most people don't like them. Most people, they do the OTR thing. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Me, I like to call me a shipper that's gonna pay some money. They got plenty of money, like Fleet Equipment. Fleet Equipment got freaking businesses damn near all over the United States. I can talk about who I haul for because I know ain't nobody gonna. One thing about a truck driver, you can tell a truck driver how to get a direct customer all day long. You can tell them, hey man, you got to pick up the phone, you got to call the shipper, you got to email them. And I know, even though I tell you that, no one at all is going to call. So I don't mind constantly telling people how I do it and showing them. Hey, here's a trailer. Here's me at Fleet Equipment. I'm pulling me in for the freaking knife money in the road. I ain't got nothing to worry about. Instead, what I hear is, well, man, they know, they can put that on the load board, for $250, they ain't got to pay you. Really. All right, let's keep moving. Oh, let me see. I send a picture of the tow truck to your Instagram. I got to turn on my notifications for Instagram. I'm about to go through there and look. Let me see. I can skip some comments. Let me go back up. Pockets in the building. The guy used to do my yard work, pick up all the equipment, look like a tow truck flatbed. He said $6,400 a month in insurance. Oh, $6,400 a month in insurance to do what? You talking about the tow cars? I ain't paying that now. See, $6,400 a month in some insurance. You talking about to put cars on the back of a flatbed? First of all, towing. You're not even gonna make that back in a month towing cars. Shoot, you know how many cars you got to tow just to pay insurance? Oh no, no. Who sold him that policy? That's why he out of business. $6,400 a month. Good God Almighty. Or is that a typo? Maybe it's a typo. Andrew, what them Titans going to do this year? I have no idea. They still building that Titan Stadium. They looking to put a. I think they want to bring some type of MLB team down here by 2029. They building up this Nashville. It's just getting more unaffordable. They got these $1 million homes they continue building right here on Dickinson Road. I don't know who paying for that, but they filling them up. They got families going and paying that $1 million for these homes. And I wouldn't. The homes that they building over here that they charge $1 million for, bro. To me, them homes look like $200,000 houses. And they this close to the neighbor. I'm talking about they like this. I'm like, bro, how could you pay $1 million for that? But they 3 stories. I'm like, bro, I don't care if they 3 stories or not. I'm not paying no $1 million to be this close to the neighbor. Just to squeeze between the houses, you got damn near turn your body sideways just to squeeze through to get to ain't no backyard. Ain't no backyard. I don't know what I don't know. Maybe that's how people live. I guess coming from California or something, man. Maybe the houses out there are real close together. I don't know, but it just don't make no sense to me. And I ain't got nothing. I got to start downloading stuff to this phone. All right, let me see. Outside of trucking, I believe you can be in one of these big corporations and become freight broker or dispatcher that pays well too. Yeah, that's what legality went and did. I think he said he started yesterday. He wanted to go be a fleet manager, which is just a dispatcher. Um, yeah, he wanted to go be a dispatcher. I don't really necessarily agree with it, but it's better than leasing the truck, that's for sure. I think his outcome gonna come out better than leasing the truck, because trucking and tow him up over the years. People wanna know why I'm so hard on Lottie Dottie. Keep in mind, me and SoCal, we the only ones that ever tried to save him in his trucking industry. So what he going through now would never happen. People, they start making fun of me. Oh, you talking about Lottie Dottie, and that's supposed to be your man, and this, that, and the third. Now look at him. Now look at him. Okay. Okay, well. Don't say I didn't try to help him. Do you think the whole time Lottie Dottie for the last 5 years talked to me in SoCal, do you think one day ever came across and we told him to go get a job at the Russians or to go lease a truck? Oh, okay. I'm making sure now. I never gave him that advice. From day one, I told him not to lease a truck at Prime Meat. Guess what he told me? Man, Andrew, man, I hear what you're saying, man, but Trucker Brown said go to Prime Meat, lease a truck. So I'm gonna go do what Trucker Brown said. Oh, okay. How'd that work out? He went to Prime Meat, leased a truck. It ain't work out too good. From that point forward, he started leasing for the next 5 years. Now a tricycle. Matter of fact, he started losing everything from leasing. You get too many negative checks. Next thing you know, you can't pay your bills. You trying to explain to the car dealership, hey man, I know y'all only accept cash, but I got a couple of negative settlements over here. Can I pay you with negative settlements? Now we're gonna put your car on the repo list and somebody go come get it. And that's what they did. Is your homie doing good and end up Dallas making good money? Yeah, but he got his own authority and contracts and stuff. And he a fleet owner. I give you a quick rundown of him right quick. He used to work with it used to be me. See, this is one of the guys that used to be around me, but that wasn't on camera. So this is somebody I'm finna, I ain't gonna introduce him on camera, okay? But it was me, Lewis, Anthony, Coco, and this person that this person, okay? At the time of him working around us, he was only 18 years old. He was 18 years old. He had his own cash truck. He had a fleet of trucks. He had a fleet of trucks. He had his own authority. He was crossing state lines. He was 18 years old. I didn't know he was 18 years old. I think the only person who knew he was 18 was Lewis. Me, Coco, the rest of us. Because first of all, I never asked the guy how old he was. I had no idea. I didn't find out that he was 18 then until his birthday recently passed, and his mom was on Facebook saying happy 21st birthday. I asked Lewis, I said, man, wait a minute, he just turned 21? Lewis said, yeah, he only 21. Yeah, I have, bro. Hey, look, I'm telling you, this younger generation, bro, they gonna take the game from the older guys, and they gonna make a killing off this trucking industry. But they gonna make a killing. They all this go lease a truck and all this nonsense work with the Russians. They ain't hearing none of that. They gonna go buy their truck, start the authority on day one, and immediately get into the money. It's just ignoring all this crap. And that's what he did, man. Oh, David Robinson, he says, I'm hiring. David Robinson hiring. He just got to add up. Let's see. Shout out to David, man. Ghost. Ghost is hiring. Got him to add up. Mm-hmm. He must got his authority back. Let me see if I can find. He ain't got no post up today. He ain't got no post up. Let me type his name here. No, he ain't did no story. He usually do stories every day, man, showing what he do, but well, maybe you could tell he is young, but that's his picture right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. Maybe it'll focus, maybe it won't, but yeah, I guess you can tell he kind of young. But he do end dump right there in Dallas. He got a lot of trucks though, man. He got a good 20 trucks. He done made a whole lot of money off trucking. But being that young, man, he got the hustle, you know. I'm not that young no more, so I don't got that hustle like that no more. See, posting, he got his titles posted and stuff like that. So yeah, man, let me see if he still got a picture of his fleet. Let me see. He done bought his house cash too, by the way. Throw that out there. He got a nice house. Nice house. He got a couple of exotic cars. Well, they ain't really exotic, but you know, they Hellcats and Scat Pats. Got that right there in Dallas. All love trucking, man. All love trucking. Trying to see if he still got a picture of his fleet. This was back in 2021. He had all these trucks and trailers. And he had came to help us out on some of the pneumatic work because, you know, he had the trucks and trailers. You know, one of the Lewis people. He was a subscriber to my channel. You know, like I said, I did not know he was 18 at the time. You know, all I knew was he had what we needed, the equipment to go make this money. Okay, so you know, one reason I didn't put him on, you know, not because he a cool guy now, but I just didn't know if he was all his money was coming from trucking. If you understand what I was saying, you know, I don't know. I never asked. That ain't none of my business. All I know is he making way more than us. Who is us, Andrew? Me and you and everybody watching. That's who. And that his trucking business, you know, that end up, he got about, man, he got a couple of end ups rolling through Dallas right now, 24 hours, 7 days a week, you know, with his own authority, getting to it. Getting to it. 7 days a week. He don't want to hear nothing. He don't want to talk to no lease driver. He don't want to hear nothing about no leasing on to a company. None of that. There ain't no conversation. You start talking about the Russians, he gonna block your number, delete all your social media, never talk to you again in life. Okay, that's how he is. If you want to get to his level. Now, if you don't want to get to his level, leasing, hanging out at the Russians, all that stuff, that'll keep you behind the next 10 years. Okay, I know that ain't what you want to hear. That ain't what he want to hear either. All right, now let's keep it moving. Let's go to the oil field big time truck driver. I'm $1,200 a month just to live in the hood off Harding Place. Harding Place, Harding Place. Where's Harding Place? Harding Place. Somebody over there where Jack in the Box used to be at? You talking about them apartments over there? Is that what you talking about? You say Harding Place. I know the Harding Place exit where Jack in the Box used to be. Jack in the Box and I think Burger King used to be right there. Is that what you talking about? That's what he pays and he picks up rental equipment and like Sunbelt does. That's what he used to work for so many years. And yes, that's what I meant. He says he pays $6,400 a month for insurance. Is that for just him by himself or multiple? He got other people he paying insurance for. But $6,400 a month to do some towing, that's insane. Is that even, you know, with towing they only want like a $300,000 a year policy. That ain't even is that oh that's not even $1 million policy. Why is he paying so much? I couldn't imagine waking up every day and I got to find a way to get insurance, $6,400 as a solo operation. Now, if he paying $6,400 and it's me and a bunch of other trucks, oh, that's different. You talking about just my tow truck by itself, $6,400 a month just to pay insurance to tow somebody? Oh no, on a flatbed at that? Because you know a flatbed is more secure than a repo truck where you just got the two wheels. That can just come right off. Make the wrong turn, but a flatbed where you strap down all four tires, got the chain on it. Oh no, 6,400 a month. Is there something to that, or did he drop a couple of cars? Is that what's going on? Maybe he dropped a couple of cars. Is it easy to find customers for repo business? I have no idea. Do you need a special license for that too? Oh, no, there's no special license. No. What do you think about Bruce Oakley? Would you like them guys be doing good over there? I don't like Bruce Oakley. If you're a company driver, of course it'll be cool. But if you talking about getting a truck to lease on, like I said, they want you to have 5 years or newer. I'm not finna go out to find. At this point, you need a 2021 or newer. I'm not finna go and invest that kind of money. Trying to get it. Now I understand you can find a 2021 at the auction. $30,000, $40,000. Yeah, you can now. But at one point in time, $80,000, $90,000. But still, though, not for the freight that they pulling. It don't make any sense. It don't. That's like the oil field requesting, everybody to have 5 years or newer to haul sandbox. That don't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. I just heard Yendorf killer not guilty on all charges. What's up with that, Andrew? Nah, both the killers they already got found guilty. Hernandez, that's just supposedly the guy that exchanged the money from Jook to the shooters. Yeah, that's how he is. He ain't pulling no trigger or nothing like that. Candace said she was just thinking that I don't know I was that young. I remember him. Oh, Jay King said I didn't know he was that young. I remember him. Yeah, I didn't know he was 18. Look when he was around me. Not that I was trying to guess his age at the time, but I think I probably figured maybe 26 years old, something like that. He didn't look I mean he didn't look 30 or nothing like that, but he didn't look 18. I don't think nobody pulled me to the side and because the reason why I say that is because you got to think I seen his fleet of trucks and trailers. So when I seen the fleet of trucks and trailers, and he had drivers too. It was a lot of people working under him driving his trucks. He had company drivers. So when you see all that, you're like, oh, okay, he been doing this for a minute, man. He got to be close to 30. I mean, he got it going on. Got drivers underneath him. He hiring. Shoot, he had like what I think with us, he had 3 trucks with us with drivers in them with the pneumatic trailers. He 18 years old. And I know what you're thinking. Same thing I was thinking. I had to ask Lewis. I said, did his dad or something pass that on to him? You know what Lewis told me? Nah, man. Ain't nobody pass him nothing. He got all that on his own. Look, I have no idea. Don't ask me. All he doing better than all of us. That's all. Look, he doing better than all of us. That's all I can tell you. We don't need to speculate. He doing it, and we ain't. That's all I can say. I need to go hang around him because he knows something I don't know. He knows something I don't know. Shoot. Shoot. He knew like everybody else. He watching just like everybody else. He was looking at Andrew. He said, Andrew know what's some money at with that pneumatic. I'm gonna hang around him. He came over here. He was getting the money. He know what's some money at. Guess what? When the money slowed down over here, he said, I know what's some money at over there. He end up over there. When that slowed down, he doing like what S125 and the reefer people doing. He do that too. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me show you his reefer. Dang, I gotta put the password back in the phone. He do look. He got the freaking show truck too and all that. Let me pull it back up. That's probably what y'all know him from doing reefer. Let me see. Yeah, right after he got done doing the pneumatic, he all of a sudden he pulled up. He had this custom reefer. Yeah, that's what he used to drive when he was with us down there in Georgia. But then one day he had showed up after we got done with all the pneumatic work. Let me see. I don't even think he got a picture of it on here no more. Shoot, I don't even see it. Oh, there it is right there. So he was doing the LTL. I don't know if y'all can see it, but he had the Kenworth with the split axle reefer. See if I can zoom in a little bit. He had the Kenworth with the split axle reefer going on. He was doing LTL reefer right after he left the pneumatic. It's kind of a bad angle. Oh wait, he got other pictures. Yeah, he got other pictures. Right there. See him at the Blue Beacon. So I'll see. Hey man, he ain't got no cheap trucks. He all his trucks was Kenworths and Peterbilts and high end shit. You know, he had all the high end trucks. So let's see if we got some videos. Something on the end up right now. Tim and his driver running end up right now, going down the road, getting to it. Not leasing a truck, not trying to hear nothing about leasing a truck. They ain't in no conversation trying to figure out if it's better to own the lease. They don't. I'm telling you, they don't talk to them type of people at all. No conversation at all, because it's very obvious which one makes more money. Very obvious. Does it look like he makes more money, or does it look like somebody leasing a truck at the restaurants make more money? What would you say? Huh? Okay. So, would you want to be on the side of the table where you can just take a bunch of cash and let me buy that truck, that truck, that truck, that truck, or you want to be on the side of the table where you ain't got no money at all to buy a truck? Leasing a truck. That's how you get on that side. You start leasing a truck, it's going to be real difficult to get up the money to buy a truck. You get on the cash side and get that truck, get that right there, and get that trailer too. Let me get that truck too. Yeah. Let me get all that over there. How you paying? With cash. With cash. That's how I'm paying. That's how I'm paying. Oh, okay. I think I want to be on that side of the table. I don't want to be on the table where, how you paying? Man, can we lease it? I was just joking, man. Y'all don't mind me. I'm just talking shit. Let me see. Yeah, behind Jack in the Box, Burger King, and Hooters. You over there? They charge $1,200 a month to live over there? God damn, boy. Yeah. What do you think of bull hauling and car hauling? Car hauling is cool. Just costs a lot of money to get in. Bull hauling, I don't know nothing about. What's going on, Andrew? How are you doing? How's everything going? Man, everything was going good. Not really. Mom just went to the hospital right before I started this live feed. So I had to go and handle that. I thought I was in California. I'm thinking about getting one of those Volvos with the plastic on the seats at Super Ego. Should I do it? If you try to go to Super Ego, I'm the wrong person to ask about that. I can't recommend nothing at Super Ego. It's $15K for FLD Classic road ready. I'm thinking about buying any option. I'll shake my lease. Mark, I'm not understanding the question. If you asking is $15,000 for a road ready classic worth it, then yeah. Prayers up for moms. Yeah, I guess she'll be alright. She'll be alright. Let me see. All three out of business now. Oh yeah. They put the Jack in the Box, the Hooters, and the Burger King. Yeah. All that pipping in front of the. Okay, well first, cause I don't know how long you've been living now. It was Jack in the Box, Hooters, Burger King. They started doing all the pipping in front of the Jack in the Box, using the hotel down there, the one that got security now. You can't even go in now until you check in with security. You know, they got the guard shack now. That guard shack wasn't right there. They used to do all the pipping on the street. You see all the girls on the street and all that? They used to come out of Memphis. Come now. Ran Jack in the Box out of business. It's hard to sell burgers when you got a lot of pipping and hoeing going on in front of it. So they shut down. Then Hooters, now they supposed to be this upscale restaurant. They trying to attract, Mr. Charlie and all that. You think Mr. Charlie won't come over there? You got all this pipping and hoeing, everybody, So Hooters, they said, hey, look, man, I think we're going to have to go ahead and shut this down, man, because, before they did that, the police took over the hotel. The police took the hotel. They snatched the hotel from the Arabs. So the government snatched the hotel. Now it's free housing for the homeless, and that's why they got the guards shut down. Yeah, they snatched the hotel, and now they put all the homeless people, and now that's where they house them for free and not the fee the city pay for it. Now the Arabs may still run it, more than likely they do, but it's not a hotel now. Now it's a homeless, camp. So after the government took that, then Hooters shut down because Mr. Charlie ain't coming over there no more, and then Burger King. After everybody migrated from Jack in the Box and standing in front of Burger King finally said, you know what, we just can't get no money in this area. So they shut down, And who's left? Migo. Migo is there taking all the money now. Migo got the freaking food trucks. I mean, Migo just soaking up all the money out the community. All the money out the community. Migo got the gas station now. Migo got whatever that is that them buildings right there in the middle that stay slam packed. Migo got all that going on. He got the food trucks. He still got what's left for the Pippin and Horn. He got that too. He just soaking all the money up now. And he ain't got no competition. He ain't got no competition. Because all the Americans, we just couldn't get it. We couldn't get right. We couldn't get right. Migo get right. You know how Migo get right? Because they don't speak our language. When you don't speak our language, it's like Weasel said out of Fort Worth. You know, the old OG, you know, Charleston White mentor. Stay to yourself. Mind your business. As long as you minding your business, ain't nobody gonna come messing with you. So you just soaking up all the money. So yeah, that's what happened with that situation. That's why I said $1,200 a month. Shoot, to live over there? Or did they just recently go up on the rent? Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was cheaper back then, but since they didn't clear the area out, Mr. Charlie said, let's go up on the rent. If you paying $1,200 now, Mr. Charlie finna go up a little bit more. Yeah, nah, they finna go up a little bit. $1,200. That nah, you probably go up to about $1,600, $1,800 in the future. Yeah. You may want to lock that price in $1,200. You may want to sign like a 5-year agreement on that, because that $1,200, man, after they clean that area up, I don't know. Especially if they knock down that Jack in the Box and that Burger King and put something right there that's gonna bring in some money, like a Chick-fil-A or something. They gonna go up on your rent. Super ego as in super Russians. Man, my man, he just broke down. Y'all remember he broke down? My guy with the super ego truck and trailer. I just talked to him 2 days ago. He went on and no, he didn't get the title. I know he been in the truck 2 years. He didn't get the title. Truck broke down. Y'all know emissions, all that stuff, derated. Y'all know I picked him up. He got towed away. They got him in a brand new, some latest greatest shoe shine Kenworth. But now, I talked to him the other day. He said, "Hey Andrew, man, at this point, man, I just want to buy my own truck, man. I'm finna just try to get up 10, 15,000, just buy my own truck, man. I'm done. First of all, I'm spending too much time on the road. He tired of having to run. You know, I'm talking about 50 miles. 50 miles. He tired, bro. He ain't trying to hit this 4,000. He been hitting 4,000 miles a week for 2 years straight, just like Josh, bro. He burnt out." And he ain't getting richer off doing it. You know, he got the high gross too, just like everybody. He got the high gross. He got, 4,000 plus miles. He ain't getting rich. He got the same money in his pocket as everybody else. Now I know it's 1%. Well, Andrew, wait a minute. Hold on there, Andrew. Some of us are millionaires off a solo operation. He a millionaire too. I just told you he got the same amount of money as everybody else. All right, now we got that out the way. Big time in the building. I'm at Landstar driving for owner operator, making $2,200 to $2,400 a week. A piece teens. That's pretty good if you're doing teams. I want my own truck. I'm tired of spelling another man fart. Oh, you don't know the team driver? Yeah, it's just 2 random people in the truck. Man, you do teams. You're supposed to know the next person, man. Shoot. I mean, y'all at Landstar. Are you doing step deck or you on some type of concert freak? What time is it? It's 2:15. Oh shoot, 2:15. Am I supposed to be somewhere at 3? Oh, man. I'm about to go in just a second, y'all. I think I gotta be downtown at 3. Let me see. Yeah, but you want your own truck. Tired of teaming. Well, look at it this way. If you don't know the person you teaming with, obviously we know you're not gonna be able to do this job the next 30 years. I would take the money you making there and invest it into something. There ain't got to be no truck though. But you got obviously right now you in a situation where you got to find your way out of, whether that be getting your own truck or going solo company driving or finding something outside of trucking. But you're making good money now. You got to invest in something. You're in a situation. It's like doing food service right now. You got to find a way out. Gotta find a way out now. Now it'd be different if it was you and your wife. That'd be different. And that we could combine that 4,000-5,000 a week, save that up, and go get a house or something. Then we can go get regular jobs. I'm talking about taking my ass back to Madison after the lease is up. Okay, Madison. Madison pretty cool, but you know Migo run Madison too. So if you try and get away from Migo, and you talk about Madison right here down the street from me, Migo run all of Madison. Everywhere you look, Migo. But Migo's safe over there. But just know that if you moving back over to Madison, Migo run the whole, just like Migo run Antioch, he run Migo too. I mean, he run Madison too. Migo run everything, man. Migo run Sonic now. Migo got all the Sonics. Migo got the McDonald's right here. What is this on the Brick Church Pike? Migo run the whole McDonald's. Migo got the only 24-hour McDonald's in Nashville. How does that work out? All the Americans still act like it's COVID-19. They closed down after what, about 12? Migo McDonald's, the only McDonald's you can go to and get food. He keep his crap open 24 hours, soaking up all the money. All the money. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Nobody told Migo. Why y'all didn't paint this picture to Migo about the 401k and the W-2 and the nice cozy 100K job? Why y'all ain't? Why nobody promote that to Migo? Seems like the only thing y'all promote to Migo is owning the business. Well, Migo, you know, you gotta buy the franchise, you gotta own the McDonald's, own the taco truck, own the Sonic, own the truck, own the mechanic shop. That's all y'all preach to Migo. I want y'all to go and preach what Mr. Charlie got to offer for Migo. Mr. Charlie got dental, he got the health, 401k, and 100k, and you ain't gotta own nothing at all. 30-year mortgage, you got that too. Once you work for Mr. Charlie for 2 years, you qualify to be able to get your 30-year mortgage. We need to promote that to Migo, because Migo gonna be, next thing you know, everywhere we go, it's gonna be Migo. We can't allow that to happen. If Migo own everything, then what are we gonna own? Nothing. Exactly. Okay, so I'm just saying, y'all need to do something. We gotta stop Migo. Migo just taking over. He just took over. I just told you, he just took over there in Horton Place. That's Migo. You go to Antioch, Migo. You go to Madison, Migo. You go down the street from me, Migo. Guess who building the houses right here? Migo. He building the houses too. What ain't Migo doing? Oh, guess who cutting the grass? You guessed it, Migo. Your car broke down? Your car broke down. You want to actually get it fixed, or you want to go over here to us? Well, you going to Migo. I know you're going to Migo. I know you're going to Migo. Migo got the car dealership too. Buy here, pay here. Yeah, he gonna let you put down your zero down payment too. He ain't gonna get you with the pay 5,000. He gonna let you walk away with no down payment, or maybe 500 down. He got that too. I'm just saying, man. I be watching, man. I be watching. I be like, damn. Why they don't promote this to Migo? Why they don't try to stop Migo? Like they try to stop us. We trying to own something. We gotta get hit with the pitch on how we need to do all this stuff to put us in debt for life. Ain't nobody pitching a 30-year mortgage to Migo. Migo just bought a lot and build his house with all his buddies. Migo go up to Home Depot, they buy the lumber and everything, build their own house. No type of mortgage whatsoever. No mortgage, no loan, no nothing. Just I don't get it, man. I don't know. Something about that. This got me thinking. What's a good place to lease on to once you get your rig? That I'm not sure about. There's plenty of companies to lease on to. I mean, one ain't necessarily better than the other. You just got to try a bunch of companies out. It's no top company to go to. Plus, it depends on what you haul. Can you haul the flour again, or that lane locked up? I don't got the equipment to haul full grade flour. They run all the church's chickens up here too. You know what? I ain't been a church's chicken in years, but I know the one up here is booming right here on Dickinson Road. But I don't know who run that. I don't meet. I'm not a fan of chicken, not greasy chicken like that, like Popeyes, Church's Chicken, KFC. I ain't been a Church's Chicken and KFC. I have not been there in probably 20 years. Popeyes, I only been there because it's been in the truck stop. You know, sometimes I almost the Subway, so I haven't been in the Popeyes for the chicken sandwich. But somebody said, "Hey guys, I'm buying a cash truck W900 for 17K. Needs some work, but I'll do it. Congratulations. I hope that's a woman sending this nigga hearts." Somebody sending hearts? I don't see no hearts. Guess who's cooking the chicken at the truck stop? Who cooking the chicken at the truck stop? Truck stop. Yeah, they took our truck stop. They took TA. We got the Loves, but ain't nothing in Loves. So I don't know. We ain't really got no truck stops. I think all the truck stops are outside of Nashville now. Let me guess, Migo. Migo got that too? A good company to lease on too is get your own authority. Well, yeah. I mean, some people can make it work, some people can't. Like my guy just showed y'all, he ain't got no option to lease on. His only option at his age, his only option was to start his own business. He was 18. You know you gotta be like 22, 23 to work at Mr. Charlie and all these other places. So okay, what happens when you're 18? You maybe you come up on some money, you're able to buy a truck. Okay, well you can only get your own authority. Progressive will take you. They'll take you at 18. They'll sell you. They will take you at 18 at Progressive. I think Geico and some of the other ones. As long as you can pay the insurance payment. He paid it, and hey, some people don't. That's what I'm saying. Some people that get into trucking that been around me, this option to go lease a truck and waste all this time, guys, they either too young, either they got something on their background that don't allow them to take that route. The only route they can take is to be their own boss. That's it. Lewis, for example, the only route he can take, be his own boss. There ain't no other option. So when you see these guys, they get their own authority in some kind of way. They're able to buy their cars and houses, and because these guys, they all own all of them, except me. I'm the only one that ain't got no house yet. The rest of them, they got their houses. Ain't nobody sold them on this 1099, not 1099. This 30-year mortgage earner. They paid their houses cash using the trucking money. The house I just showed you in Dallas, he paid it cash. He didn't have nobody around trying to explain to him how W-2 and none of that. All he knew was to go out here and get this money and go buy this house cash and them cars cash and them trucks cash. He didn't have nobody around trying to talk. Hey man, you know freight out here is $1.45. Hey man, nah, this ain't no good idea, man. Freight $1.45. It didn't work out for me. I wouldn't advise nobody give no authority. He don't got them people around. He didn't have me around doing that. When he came around me, guess what we were talking about? How we finna get this pneumatic money? We need to call these shippers down in Georgia. We gonna call us get this money. He didn't come around me and wait a minute, hold on now. Now, see, look, brother. First of all, freight rate, we only paying $1.40, $1.50. You know, we making get $2 a mile. He ain't trying to hear that, fool. That's why I said sometimes it's just the people that's around you. Some people, hey, you got the wrong people around. You get around some cash truck drivers, some people that's about some money, some people that's constantly looking for some money, talking about calling shippers and receivers. You get around them people, ooh, boy, you just never know what you can come up with. Never know what you can come up with. So that's the type of people he hang around. I don't know nothing about Ian Dump, but I can clearly look at his video and see with him and his drivers going down the road on live that they are making an absolute killing. And he ain't asking nobody questions. He ain't on social media like that. He ain't got no YouTube, no none of that. So I'm just saying. I watched him buy plenty of trucks and trailers. So He got more trucks and trailers. I got to say, he just turned 21. He got more trucks and trailers than everybody I know on YouTube, and he owned all of them. Got more drivers under him. He ain't talking about no group authority and none of this nonsense. He got more trucks and trailers than everybody probably combined, if you ask me. Because he got 20 plus trucks and trailers. He do step deck, drive in, reefer, end up, pneumatic. He do it all. And he got all the trailers. Whatever trailers he don't got, guess what he gonna do? He do hopper too. Whatever trailers he don't got, he got repower. All he know is money. That's all he know. All he know is money. That's all he know is money. You ain't talking about that. You ain't got no conversation. He'll sit down with you and listen to you for a second. Tell me how we finna get this money. Well, man, you know, if we go up here to Chicago, man, we lease a truck, they gonna give us 3,000-4,000. All right, man. I'll catch you later, man. That's how he gone. Gone. That's what he gonna do. He gonna get up and walk the fuck off on your ass. That's exactly what he gonna do. He gonna use how we can do what? He gone. He gone. But anyways, man, I'm freaking up out of here because I gotta be downtown at 3. So I'm gonna catch y'all later. Hopefully y'all got some good entertainment out of this 1 hour and 11-minute video. Now remember, it's 24 hours in a day. I just gave you an hour. So that means I could have went to work 23 hours out of this day. Or maybe I'm at work right now. It depends how you wanna look at it. I don't know.